Hurry up!
Who's your? You scared me, man.
Sorry, I'm about to leave. Hurry up!
Who's your top 5 list for UFC?
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
The man does cry. Go. He laughed.
Oh no, dude!
It's probably not gonna help for a while, dude.
Holy shit! And I'm live. Well, welcome back, everybody, to the fight table. This is episode 13. We are without Salazar today, and all jokes aside, he's okay. On Saturday, we were actually watching the fights, and he was rolling around like in real bad, severe pain. I'll let him explain it whenever he comes back. He should be back next week. I'll let him go into more details about it, but we ended up having to go to the hospital. We left before a couple of the main events started. I was able to watch it on my phone, so able to still give my opinion about a couple things. We watched the UFC main card. We have UFC 275, potential card of the year candidate. Really good card from beginning to end. We're talking about like prelims, early prelims, really, because we were there early, watching knockouts early, all the way up until the main event. So yeah, that's a real exciting card to get into. We had a couple boxing fights, super middleweight boxing fights. Edgar Berlanga, he fought, and we'll get into that, or I'll get into that. Jamie Munguia, he fought, another super middleweight, little up-and-coming star, potential star. So we had quite a bit Saturday going on. So I'm excited. We'll cover it all. It's going to probably be a quick episode. We'll glance through it. I don't really have nobody to talk to, but we still have to talk about it. UFC 275, like I said, potential card of the year. Glover Teixeira, he takes on Jiri. I'm gonna butcher his name, Projanska. I know Jiri's an up and coming star. This is your light heavyweight, where John Jones left. He vacated the title. Jiri is like this up and coming star. He was technically supposed to steamroll Glover. Glover was like an older champion. He's a respected name. His name means something in the UFC, and everybody just thought he was past his prime, and that it wouldn't get there. And then he ended up winning a championship, beating Jan, who was no joke. But Jiri was a up and coming star. It's kind of like inevitable that he was going to be champion, and he went into this fight coming off an impressive win against Dominic Reyes, who everybody knows gave John Jones some trouble. Excuse me. Gave John Jones some trouble. So, you think this person gave this person trouble, this person dominated this person. Oh, he's the next star, right? And half of that was true because he did come in. He showed some adversity. He showed that, when he's tired, when he's almost getting submitted, when he's rocked, when he's hurt, he's still going to come through certain things and be able to perform and be able to secure the win, which is what he did. So he ends up beating Glover Teixeira in 30 seconds before the fight ends, in a fight he was potentially losing. So I had it myself scoring the fight. I had it 3-1 going Glover. Now, I don't know if how you guys had it ranked, or how any other people. There was a lot of people that think Glover was doing enough to win. It was going back and forth. It was an entertaining fight. Glover definitely did not look his age. I don't know I don't know what came from the Jan fight to this fight, but he's like on this and he calls for an immediate rematch. Now, we'll see. Usually, I said it before, like a lot of times that, the right people make the right adjustments, and the better fighter usually wins whenever there's a rematch like that. So we'll see. Glover didn't look his age. He calls for an immediate rematch. He talks to DC afterwards. It was a fight he was winning, in my opinion. And he just gets submitted 30 seconds when the end of the fight happens. We had, that. What am I trying to say here? Like the light heavyweight division, I believe, has had 3 different champions since John Jones vacated the title. And whenever it was John Jones, I mean, it's not fair to compare that era. It's a different era. You had John Jones, you had Daniel Cormier, and now you don't. So it's time for the next crop, and they're weeding each other out. And I think Jiri will be a good champion. He showed, some signs of weakness, but he also showed some, signs that he can come through adversity and do what it takes to finish the fight. So we'll see what Jiri does from here on out. Speaking of another title fight that happened, we have Valentina Shevchenko versus Talia Santos. This one was a little bit, it was very controversial. So it was controversial because a lot of people had Talia Santos winning. And, Shevchenko, in my opinion, it was a very close fight. But where the controversy comes into play is the one of the judges had it ranked 49-46, which means they gave Shevchenko that first round because the other 4 rounds were pretty, indecisive, But they gave Shevchenko that first round, which was very confusing because I don't know what they saw. And this happens a lot in MMA and in boxing, that you see somebody who's champion or somebody who's up and coming star, who's the next big thing, and you see them not necessarily struggle, but not perform in the dominant way they're used to performing, or maybe they can't finish this person, or maybe they can't do certain like signature moves that they've done with everybody else, that against this opponent they've kind of done their homework and just have checked that box. And sometimes as a viewer, as a fan, you watch that and you're like, well, the other person won, the opponent won, just because. And not necessarily all the time, just because you're used to seeing this action, this finish, this dominant performance by Valentina Shevchenko. And just because you didn't see it doesn't mean she lost. On the other hand, though, you have some people that say, okay, to become the champ, you have to beat the champ. And that's, meaning you have to win in spectacular fashion, or you have to win in dominant fashion, or something like that. And if it's close, it's always going to go to the champion, which isn't fair in my book, but you see that happen across, fighting, mixed martial arts, boxing in general, all over. It happens. So it'd be interesting to see what the UFC does with Talia Santos now, if they do an immediate rematch. I would like to see it. Either way, as in the MMA community, in the UFC community, you know who Talia Santos is now, and you see a little bit of weakness in Valentina Shevchenko. Maybe it's the end of an era. Maybe it could have just been an off night. Maybe it was just like one of those upsets waiting to happen, like what happened with Amanda Nunes. You never know what was going on before the fight, even in the cage, if something was wrong. I would like to see a rematch just so everything's clear. If it's another close fight, then wow, these guys, are evenly matched. These women, rather, are evenly matched, and either one of these girls could be champion at any given time, and they just so happen to be crossing the same paths. So I would like to see a rematch. We need to see who's the definitive champion in that women's strawweight. We also had Weili Zhang, who is the former champion. She fought Joanna, I can never say her last name, Shevchenko. Joanna Shevchenko. Yeah. They fought. And you see Weili. So the first fight, this was the second fight. The first fight, you see them go to a 5-round war, and you see Joanna have this big, hematoma on her forehead. Her whole face was like restructured because like it was just so swollen. And a lot of people think she won that first fight, but because of that huge difference of the look, I think Weili won that fight. But it was very close. It could have gone either way. The first fight. Now, Weili was champion at the time. That was a 5-round fight. This was a 3-round fight. So game plans change. Your cardio, you don't have to conserve as much. You're going into this fight thinking you have 3 rounds, and I'm guessing both of these women wanted to finish the fight because they didn't want to go through a whole nother war with each other again, because Weili also lost her championship to Rose, and I don't think she wants easy or close fights. I don't think she wants. I mean, nobody does, but I think she wants impressive wins, and she wants to clear up her resume and prove that she's the deserving champion, because Rose just lost her title to Carla Esperanza, and I think Weili sees weakness in Carla and would like to go get her title back. So that being said, she came out with a perfect game plan. She put the pressure on Joanna immediately and ends up knocking her out with like a spinning, back fist. It really hit her forearm, but the form and then the shot that came out of nowhere was just spectacular. And then you see Joanna, stiffen up, fall to the canvas. Weili knew she was out and then decided not to throw any more punches. The ref stopped it. It was a beautiful spinning back fist. And then you see Joanna retire. She takes off her gloves. She leaves them in the cage. She retires. Then she goes and talks. She talks in the cage. She talks after in the post-fight interview. And she really it's tough to see because she was so dominant. Whenever she was champion in her championship run, she was so dominant, and she had these like spectacular finishes. And I believe it was Carla Esperanza. It could have been someone else. Maybe I'm getting her confused with somebody else. But when she won the championship, and she just had a dominant performance, she was knocking out people, and she was really unstoppable until she ran into Rose Namajunas. And since then, she's been trying to regain it. And I think because she is still a spectacular fighter, but what brought the decision to retire, and it has to be a tough pill to swallow, is because she knows she has to feel like deep down she won't be champion again. And if she won't be champion again, that means so much to her that, she's going to walk away. Because she could beat 9 out of 10 people in their division. But the fact that she can't beat champion, or she can't cross that threshold anymore of what it takes. And maybe it's just, at night, and she accepted the first loss, she accepted the second loss and all that, but now she's starting to see that, okay, there's levels, and these people passed me up. And I think her retiring right there, and I think it's real smart of her because she can do so much, and she's such a smart fighter. She has potential to be in the UFC still without fighting, and can be a name that's known forever. She's probably one of the most entertaining women fighters, without a doubt, that we've seen. Between her finishes and her dominant run as a champion, she was spectacular. So she'll go down in the UFC Hall of Fame, and we wish her the best. And it was a pleasure watching her fights. Really, it really was. She was the boogie woman. Whenever that before Rose and all that, she was dominant, and people forget that sometimes. So hopefully, Joanna, you're happy with your decision, and I hope we still get to hear from you somehow. UFC 275 was just loaded, man. From prelims to end, there was knockouts. I mean, we're not going to go through the prelims and discuss everybody, but that card was amazing. And then those 3 fights at the end to wrap it all up, beautiful. But in the boxing world, we had Edgar Berlanga. He fought in his super middleweight title fight. Not title fight, I'm sorry. No title fight. He was holding a title, though. And I don't know what that title was. I didn't bother to look into it. But he's holding a title whenever they were doing the weigh-ins, whenever he's talking, whenever he's doing the face-off with his opponent. And he's holding a title, and I just didn't know what that was. But it's not a WBA title or WBC or nothing like that. I don't know what it is. But he won his fight definitively. Again, it's the 4th fight in a row where he doesn't get the finish, and in my opinion, honestly, he's a victim of his own success, because he started his first fights with 16 knockouts and first round knockouts, and then the next 4 fights go to decision. And he did look in that 4-fight stretch where they went to decision, he had a couple where he didn't look good. He looked real raw. His boxing was a little bit off. He didn't look like he had anything if you get past the first round. And this one, he did show that he's fighting for the long game and stuff. He did have like a weird interaction at some point where he looks like he's biting the neck or something of his opponent. It was a little off, but he ended up winning the fight. I believe the judges scored it pretty definitively. I know one of them read 99-91. So that's that. He's still super middleweight. It's going to be a while until we really see him fight a real contender or a tough challenge. I think he's still going to be fighting on his level a little bit and trying to get better. And there's no rush, in my opinion. Some people just don't like the fact that he's a victim of his own success. So he had 16 first round knockouts, and people want to see the show. People want to see that, and they think if they don't see that, then he's not what he said he was. And that's not true. I mean, you go up in a competition, you go up in level, things get harder. That's just the way it is. So I don't believe that at all. Another boxing fight, another super middleweight, Jamie Munguia. He fought in boxing. He started off a little bit slow. He ended up getting the TKO in round 5, or the finish in round 5. And, that's another super middleweight. He kind of struggled. So, it would be real interesting to see these guys fight each other, Berlanga and Munguia. But I doubt it happens. Both of them are rising stars. Their promoters want to match them up with the right people and get them to that level to where maybe they fight one day when they're already established stars and stuff like that. But we'll see. But that was just a real quick overview of the fights. I don't know. So next week, also in this video, we'll be attaching. We already did it, actually. So funny thing. We'll be attaching the Hot Chip Challenge video of a bet that me and Salazar made from a fight, the Devin Haney versus the Australian guy. What's his name? Devin Haney for undisputed. But Devin Haney, George Cambosis Jr. So Devin Haney ends up winning. So I lost that bet. I have to do the hot chip challenge. And you guys see how that turns out. It was not fun. So that's it. So hopefully Sal will be back next week, and we'll get back things on the roll. So hopefully we do have a couple good fights this coming Saturday. I know Joe Smith is fighting Arthur, the Russian, the heavyweight, the light heavyweight Russian, Better Beef. Yeah, those guys fight, and I think that's really it for this coming week. Any out of that big fights, but we'll see. But thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. We just had to put this up, make sure we stay established with the page. But thanks for listening. We'll see y'all next week, and thanks.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the fight table, and today we have to honor a bet that somebody here lost.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and it sucks to be you.
Yeah, I'm pretty scared, man. I'm doing the hot chip challenge.
You know what's crazy?
Huh?
I'm not, because I don't have to do it.
Hey, man. Well, we're gonna do the hot chip challenge. And
No, ain't no we. He.
We're gonna put a fight table twist on it,
And if I told you it's him.
you're gonna ask me some questions while I'm dying.
Yes, that's the plan.
We'll see, man. We'll see what happens.
See, that's how nervous he is.
I'm nervous. All right, let's go, man.
So here I have a knife, guys, but don't worry about it. It's not a real knife. It's a fake knife. I'm just using it to open this up. So safety is our top priority right here. So it's not a real knife. It's gonna sound like a real knife, look like a real knife, but it's not a real knife.
Okay.
Okay. It cuts like a real knife, but it's. Well, you know what's crazy? We don't even need. Well, fuck it. Damn, it's crazy. This fake knife really works. Now this box here, it says 2021. So
So it's an expired hot chip. Cool.
yes. No, I think it's just the 2021.
Okay.
Chip. But what I was gonna say is it has a lot of crazy warnings here. It says do not eat if you're sensitive to spicy foods, which says everybody. Allergic to peppers. I don't know what the hell nightshades are. What the hell is that?
I don't know, man. Just give it a chip.
It says do not touch your eyes or other sensitive areas.
Okay.
Seek medical attention. Wear gloves.
Wear gloves?
That's what it says. It says. Well, I lied. It says wash your hands afterwards.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm gonna open it up. Wow. I think this is for you, sir. Go ahead, take the chip. Hold on, man. Let me see. Face the Reaper. I'm probably gonna keep this cup. I mean, this box, by the way. Looks pretty cool.
Do I have to eat it all?
Yes. Oh, hold on. Here it says any last words, rules for the challenge.
Okay, rules.
There's rules. Let me see. Well, we're gonna see if we follow them because the fight table we don't follow nobody's rules.
What does the rule say?
It says eat the entire chip. Wait as long as possible before drinking or eating anything.
Mm-hmm.
Post your reaction on social media with one chip challenge and with hashtag one chip challenge and mention at Baki Chips. I think that's how you pronounce it. You know, Pacquiao's the one that made these.
Shut up. All right, ready?
Hold on, man.
You ready? Are you ready?
Are you ready?
No, but I'm gonna just go into this man shit.
Okay. Don't touch your face. Breathe through your nose, not your mouth.
It's like 3 chips.
Really?
It was broken into 3 pieces.
Well, it's all yours. Hey, let me smell it real quick. That smells spicy. Listen,
Holy
man,
shit, dude.
you might just take them all out and put them on top of this, man. Good.
We got, look, it's 4.
Yeah, they're all yours. That's one chip.
All right.
I'm gonna frame this when we're done.
Nah, I'm just gonna do it all together, man.
It's cheating. Oh, that's what it says actually. So you, do that, and eat the whole chip, and then wait till it starts working before I. Damn, that was loud. Before I ask you some questions. So whenever you're ready, man, so it falls on you.
All right, man.
Do it. Let's get a crowd reaction real quick. Oops.
Nope. I'm scared. All right, man. See you on the other side.
Yeah. I just returned from it. Wow, it doesn't look that bad. First of all, it's not that bad. If it's not that bad, I mean, I want my money back. No, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Mm-mm.
Nah, it's not that bad. Not that bad at all. What do you feel? Do you see anything?
It's hot as fuck.
Can you see? Your eyes are closed.
Holy shit.
All right, let's go wait for a question. No, what the hell? What the hell's going on? You about to throw up?
I don't know.
Somebody call 911.
That's the damn question.
Okay, you ready? He's shaking, y'all.
It's just getting worse.
Am I supposed to follow you?
I guess.
Well, he's at the restroom. Go. Hold on, man. He's he needs to go to the hospital. So, first of all, I didn't think it'd be that bad on him. But the fact that he's over here dying off camera. Hey, you fucked this mic up. That might help you out a little bit. Okay, so tell us, how does it feel? Is it the hottest thing you've ever had in your entire life? Yes?
Yeah.
Hotter than the Blazing Wings at Buffalo Wild Wings?
Yeah. It's so hot, dude.
Stand in front of the camera, man, so you can see.
Oh, it's so hot.
You want to answer some questions, motherfucker? Yeah, yeah. I wish I could smell him right now. He's over here shitting himself. It smells like a farm.
Dude's unbearable, man. Oh, it's so hot.
It says here it lasts about 30 to 45 minutes. Are you experiencing difficulty breathing by any chance?
That's the question. What are the top 5 players right now?
You never answered it.
Holy shit.
He's bleeding. You got chip on your finger. Oh, that's Chamoy. Never mind. Okay, who's your top 5 list right now for the UFC, man?
I would say, oh my gosh.
God, I should have done it, man. Shit.
Didn't I put it in a piece of ice?
Yeah, it's right there.
Okay.
You want to get some spicy crawfish after this? The catch, maybe. Well, let's go on to the next question, man.
No.
Fucking taking forever.
Charles Oliveira.
Oliveira. Your number 1?
I wouldn't go in order, man. Really.
Oh, you just have
He's really underrated as a fighter right now.
just gonna do top 5, no order.
Yeah.
Okay. Not the question, but all right. Second glass of
Can't think of
milk.
any other fighter right now. Kamaru's mine, probably. He's established. He's pound for pound.
Usman, okay. Would you rank Conor McGregor in one of these at the moment?
Top 5? No, not right now.
Okay, now, when you come back, we're going on to the next question because. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you believe Mayweather is the greatest boxer to ever lace him up? He says Doesn't matter. He believes he is. He says that he's better than Ali, better than Tyson. Well, he's more established, more greater than them because he's defeated more champions than anybody ever has. And do you believe that's true?
Oh my gosh.
Do you think he's the greatest of all time?
No, I feel like to go in the greatest of all time conversation, I feel like you have to be in more weight classes. I also feel,
But he did move up. I think he was like a 5-time division world champion. 5-division world champion, I mean.
I also feel like
5 or 4.
you
Maybe
know,
3.
undisputed being a big thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a big deal, and it's an accomplishment you have to try to do by the end of your career. And you know, he did fight a lot of champions, but he also didn't win in spectacular fashion, which I think is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, I wouldn't put him as my greatest.
Now, if I can add something to the whole champion things, there is also now more champions per weight class now during our time. So that's another thing. He had the opportunity to fight 4 champions in one weight class every time, you know? So that plays a huge factor in why he fought so many champions, right?
I don't give a fuck. I need you to answer more questions.
So, the question number 2, well, 3 really. Do you think Khabib is the GOAT for MMA? Why or why not? See, hopefully he learns the next time he chooses the right fighter.
No, I wouldn't put Khabib as a GOAT conversation. Simply because he didn't have enough title defenses. When are you supposed to stop?
Huh? Oh, it's not. It says 30 minutes to an hour. It seems like it's stopping a little bit.
He didn't have enough title defenses. You know, he gets credit for performing so dominantly,
Mm-hmm.
but to me, you gotta really stick around and fight your generation, or fight the next generation, or fight the generation before you. No fighters, kind of like how John Jones did.
Yeah.
So, no, I wouldn't put him as my GOAT.
Okay. Who do you think wins in a fight, an MMA match? John Jones or Francis Ngannou? And how did they win it? How do you think they win?
It was a little hard for a pop. I can't breathe, dude. My fucking tongue.
It says, seek medical assistance should you experience difficulty breathing. You want to go to the hospital?
No. What was the question?
Who wins, John Jones or Francis Ngannou?
Man. I don't know. Because John Jones is such a fundamental fighter. And he can really pick you apart. But if Francis just puts that pressure on you and touches you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about skill set, you know, what he does and stuff like that. If you get touched, you're gone. So, if I had to bet,
If you had to bet another hot chip challenge,
no,
who would you choose?
no. Oh my god. If I had to choose, it would probably be Francis.
Scrub.
It would probably be Francis because in his last fight against the real Gain, he showed a lot of different attributes to his fight game other than just swinging.
Okay, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and you're entitled to yours. So, okay. Do you think Edgar Berlanga will become a pay-per-view superstar? Do you think he has what it takes to become a pay-per-view superstar, or has he just been going downhill in his performances?
I think.
Well, another what I'm asking is, do you think he's all hype?
No, I don't think he's all hype. Hold on, man. I got good answers here. I don't think he's all hype. I think he has he's like a victim of his own success, where he knocked these people out early, and he really didn't get to showcase his skills, or really didn't get to sharpen his skills, should I say? And that's reps you don't get back. If you finish guys in the first round all the time, you don't get those reps back. It's not like you get imaginary rounds from sparring.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the idea, but it doesn't really happen. And then when you go up in level, you start seeing challenges, and you don't know what to do for those challenges because you haven't been there before. So I think it's just I think it's just a learning bump in his career. I think he'll come through it and be able to sharpen some skills through these fights. And just because he goes to a decision doesn't mean he lost a fight.
Did you find an answer? Okay, so we are on the final question for you, bitch. But okay, the final question.
Holy shit, man.
How hot was the chip, and would you do it again?
Mm-mm.
What? How hot was the chip on a scale of 1 through 10?
10 by far. Like immediately, it's like I took the first bite. I could feel like it start working.
Did your throat hurt too?
Mm-mm.
No, just your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
I could feel it like really start working. I tried to chew it as fast as possible.
So the minute it touched your tongue, it started burning.
Not really. Like the minute I started chewing.
Okay. So the secret is don't chew the chip, guys. Just swallow it.
Mm-hmm. No, it's really bad, dude. It's really, really bad.
So would you recommend this to your worst enemy?
Dude, it's bad. Like, the hiccups is what scared me. I couldn't stop that. It was involuntary.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know they were coming.
Wow. You see, this is stuff people want to know, man. So would you consider this a dangerous challenge?
Mm-hmm.
Like that you should do with precautions and safety measures?
Dude, the roof of my mouth is hurting too.
Okay, that sounds pretty powerful. So what this chip has, guys, is it says Carolina Reaper plus Scorpion Pepper. So I don't know how hot those are, but this guy says it's atomic level.
I feel like if my tongue isn't constantly wet, it just hurts so much. It's not even like hot, it's just like pain.
Sounds pretty bad. Kind of makes me want to try it now because I get pretty decent spice tolerance. It says right here, this chip will destroy you.
Dude.
That's probably. You think somebody got hurt and that's why they don't make him anymore? Had to, right? They don't make him anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I used to see these at Walgreens, man. Now you gotta order these
I
motherfuckers.
feel like my body's hot.
Yeah, you're sweating. You stink.
And I cried.
You cried yet? See, let me tell you guys a quick story. So for the longest time, this man was believed not to have any what do you call those tear?
It was one tear.
Yeah, on one side, yeah.
And then it went away.
Hold on, what do you call those tear ducts? What do you call them?
Mm-hmm.
But doctors couldn't find it. They searched everywhere, all over his eye. They couldn't find where his tear glands were, and to this day, nobody knew where they were at. And he never cried, no matter what injury, no matter what it was. He never shed a tear. Until today, history was made. The one chip challenge brought a tear to the man that said he couldn't shed tears, and he did. The myth is over. He's been exposed. He does cry.
It's so hot, dude.
He is a man.
Even now that it's like calmed down tremendously, it's still so hot.
Well, you done?
Hey, well, man, I'm glad we get to share experiences like this, you know?
Yeah. It's pretty
All
cool.
jokes aside, I'm glad you're here. You know, be a shame if something happened to you. You know?
Don't worry about it. Nothing's ever going to happen to me. I'm always going to be here. You know that.
I know. So
I would have missed an episode, man. You know that.
so long, man. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
And you be safe.
Yeah, you too, man. You just remember, it's going to hurt when you shit.
All right, guys. Well, thanks.
Thanks for watching the Hot Chip Challenge with the Fight Table guys.